Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is Eric once again with a human body detection activity. And this activity we have called the AI Space Battle Game. Right, so we'll go straight into it. As you can see, our PictoBlox is launched and we will go right into the code. So first and foremost, because it's a space battle game, we are going to create a background, or we are going to use a background that depicts space. Okay, so we'll go to our choose backdrop and select a space background. So we choose a background. So let's type in space for us to be able to move very fast. So space. So I like the stars. So we choose the stars here to use as our backdrop. So as you can see, our background is full of stars depicting that we are in space, right? Then we are going to make use of our sprites. Our sprites in this activity also, we will not use Toby. Toby would have a rest in this activity. So we are going to make use of rocket ship, we'll make use of the bullets, then also we'll make use of monster sprites. So Toby, you can have a rest. So we see you in the next activity. So we go to our sprite, choose sprites. So first and foremost, we'll choose our bullets. So we can put our bullets here and choose our bullets. So this is going to be our bullets sprite. Then next, we will choose our monster. So our monster is here. So we'll choose the first one. So our monster sprite. So we choose our monster sprite. So our monster sprite has been selected. Then next will be our rockets, our rocket ship. So we'll choose our rocket ship. So rockets. So this is our rocket ship that we are going to choose. So we'll reduce the size to 40. So and let's position it here. Right. So we are set with our sprites and our backdrop. So the next thing would be is to add our extension, our human body detection extension. That's what we are going to use. Then we'll get into the code. So human body detection extension. So we are going to wait for it to load up the models. Then we begin to code. Okay, so now our human body detection extension has been loaded. So as you can see, we have our blocks here that is going to help us to program our code. So we are going to start off with the bullets. We are going to start off with the bullets. Okay, so now our code is ready and I want to quickly run it through the code. So we begin with the bullets. So with the bullet sprites, our code begins from when I start as a clone, and that is the event that triggers this particular code. Now from there we have the start sound laser 2. So the bullet is going to have that sound of a laser. Then go to X position of rocket ship, Y position of rocket ship is basically the position of the rocket. And as you can see, as the rocket is positioned on the screen, and that is going to show. Then repeat until the bullet is going to repeat. Once it is shot, it's going to repeat touching the edge, as it touches the edge or it touches a monster, it will delete the clone. So if it touches a monster, it will delete a clone. Then change Y by 12. That is specifying the speed of the bullet that is being shot. So that is for the bullet sprite. Now we move on to the monster. The monster sprite, as we can see, is in two folds. So we have the first part, which is when green flag is clicked. So forever, so meaning that continuously it should change to the next costume. That is, the monster should change to the next costume and create clone of myself. So the changing of the costume of the monster for the next monster to come, it should create a clone. That means it should duplicate more or less and wait for 2 seconds for that to be done. Then next would be when I start as a clone. That is the second part of this code. So it should show, and that is going to position the monsters. So as you can see, go to X, pick random, 200 to negative 200. So that is on the X. So we are talking about the positioning of the monsters. So we want them to come from the left and from the right. So that is on the X coordinates. Then on the Y coordinate, we want them to start coming from a position of 180. So where they can be seen and they start coming down, and want them to be coming from the left and from the right as well. Then repeat. So they come down, right down to negative 170. That is the Y position. So you don't want it to go beyond the Y position, which is 180. So the opposite of it should be negative 180. But now we are saying that it should be negative 170. So that is it. And we are saying that if it's touching the bullet, if the monster touches the bullet, then the score should change by 1. So I have inputted the score, it should change by 1. So as you shoot and you hit the monsters, the score will change by 1. Then we have that zoop sound that also shows that a monster has been shot. So that will delete the clone of the monster. So that is that. And if it's touching the rocket ship, if the monster touches the rocket ship, then it will change your health by -1. That means that you will lose your health by -1. And that will also delete the monster, delete the clone. So that is the code for the monster. And finally, we go to the rocket ship. So with the rocket ship, as we see, when the green flag is clicked, so we are using the extension here. So it's going to turn on the video on stage with 50% transparency. So as you can see, I am a little, seen. I mean, the transparency of my image. So I'm not fully seen. So it's 50%. So I can be seen at the background, as well, because my space backdrop is showing, and I'm also showing in the camera, in the image on the stage. Then we set size of the rocket ship to 40%. Then go to X 0 and Y negative 140. So that's the position of the rocket ship. And once the game starts, we have inputted the sound of video game 1, as you can hear when the game starts. Then we have set score to 0. Then we have set our health to 10. So the score will start scoring from 0 and going up. Then we have set the health to 10, and it will start reducing as we play the game. And the next one is forever, for our hand image to be analyzed. Forever for our hand image to be analyzed. Then that is going to help us to be able to play the game. If the key, that's the space key, is pressed, then it will create clone of bullets. So the bullet will be shot out and it waits for 0.5 seconds. And if the hand is detected, then it will set the X to X position of the top of index finger and set Y to negative 140. So that is the positioning of the hand and the gestures that would show as I move my hand. Finally, our game is ready and we want to test it out and see how it goes. Our AI space battle game. So sit down and relax and enjoy. So we are going to run the code. So I want to get out of the camera so that I can use my hand to do so. So let's run the code. So as you can see, the gesture of our hand is controlling the rocket ship, helping us to play the game. So that is our activity for today. That is our AI space battle game. Hope you enjoyed it and hope to see you in the next video. So it's bye from me, and I'll see you again. Bye bye.